What this butcher did to fat people was pure evil. In 1965, in the small town of Millfield, Ohio, there was a butcher named Harold Griggs. He owned the only butcher shop in town and was polite but strange. Then, people started disappearing, only larger people. The town got scared, but no one could prove it was Harold. Rumors spread. Some said he stared too long at heavyset customers. Others said he worked late at night, and strange noises came from his shop. One night, a boy named Lil Billy sneaked into Harold's shop. He never came out. The police searched the shop and found freezers filled with packages. At first, they thought it was just meat, but it wasn't. It was human remains. Harold was arrested. He said he wasn't killing out of hate. "I make them lighter," he said. But the twist came when they looked into his past. Harold had no records, no family, and no history before coming to Millfield. In his basement, they found old tools and aprons that were over 100 years old. No one could explain it. Some believed Harold had been there for generations. Others thought he wasn't human. The butcher shop is still boarded up. And some say if you stand outside at night, you can still hear knives sharpening.
Yo.
Whoa,
we need to go.
whoa, run.
Go. What the hell? Inside. Close it.
I did. Oh my gosh, he's going to the basement.
You gotta lock it. You gotta lock it now. Come on. Up. Oh shit! Oh my god. What do you want with us?
She needs to lock all the doors now.
There was this man named Jim. Now, Jim grew up in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains in North Carolina. And he said he was the oldest of 5 brothers and sisters. And they lived in this older home situated in the middle of the woods, surrounded by the mountains. Now, he said this one particular night, his father put him in charge of watching his brothers and sisters. And so his father left and several hours had passed. Him and his brothers and sisters, they were playing a game of tag, running around the house, when all of a sudden they hear the doorbell ring. So they all go up to the front door. They look out the window. There's nobody out there. So they're like, who was that? So they go back to playing, and after about 15-20 minutes, once again, they hear the doorbell. They go and look out the window. There's no one there. So they go back to playing again, and once again, the doorbell rings. So this time, Jim goes to the door, and he opens it, and he goes, "Quit playing around." He looks out there, and there is like absolutely no one. And he said he just remembered, like all of a sudden, this very bad stench just poured into the house. And he said it almost made him gag. And he thought, that's really weird, like there's no one there. So he closes the door, and they all go into the living room. Well, his brother goes into the kitchen and is in there for about 5 minutes when all of a sudden he comes running out, screaming, crying, and he runs right into his bedroom and jumps on the bed. So Jim goes to check on him and see what's wrong. And when he gets in his brother's room, he can see that like he's very frantic and just, you know, upset by something. So Jim sits down on his bed and is like, you know, hey, what's going on? Like, why are you crying? And he couldn't get his little brother to talk about like what was going on. He said finally his brother, after about 5-10 minutes, says, I was in the kitchen and I looked out the window. There was this big, tall, hairy monster, and it was waving at me to come outside. And right as he's telling him that story, Jim said he looked out his brother's window and he sees the shadow of something very large just move. And so he tells his brother, like, get out of the room, and he gets his brothers and sisters and he puts them all into the parents' room. Well, he said right at that moment they could hear stuff like running around the house, and they could hear all this noise outside and banging on the windows and the doors. And he said then it stopped. And after about 5 or 10 minutes, he said he hears this frantic banging on the front door. So Jim gets up the courage, he goes to his father's office and he grabs his rifle. He goes to the door, and when he looks out the window, he sees that it's his neighbor. So he opens the door, and the neighbor comes running in and is all frantic and is like, where are the kids? Where's everybody? Like, are you guys all right? I'm staying with you till your dad gets back. And Jim was kind of confused, like, why is the neighbor here? Why is he panicking? Well, shortly after this, his father comes home, and his father and the neighbor go into the other room. Jim overhears them talking, and the neighbor is basically saying to the father, like, I was looking out my window when I seen like several large looking men that weren't human running around your house, and I knew the kids were alone, so I ran over there immediately, and one of these things, whatever it was, it chased me. So Jim's father and the neighbor, they get some rifles and they go outside. They tell the kids to lock themselves in the bedroom. And he said all night long they could hear just, you know, loud bangs and booms, you know, and shots being fired. And he said the next morning his father came in, had this blank stare on his face, and just slowly shuffled onto the couch. And he asked his father, you know, like, what was that last night? Like, what happened? And his dad looked at him and said, I never want to speak about what I seen out there. And he said still to this day, he has no clue what it is that his father seen or what they experienced that night.
Brian?
Is that you?
Is that you?
Yeah, it is.
Prove it?
Prove it?
Yeah, prove it.
What do you mean, prove it?
I don't know.
I've been face down in a ditch for 2 hours. I was trying to save your buddy, okay? I don't think there's much left I have to prove. Okay,
Well,
if you could come help, that'd be nice. Okay, I don't know where this thing is or when it's gonna...
If you see a person that has a biologically impossible characteristic, run away and hide.
See? See, I fucking do. No.
When no one takes your fun seriously.
No.
One of the creepiest videos you can find on the internet is a perfect example of play stupid games and you'll win stupid prizes. It is also the perfect example of why you should not go to the Paris catacombs alone. Because not only is it illegal, it is very dangerous. Not only is it a massive labyrinth under the streets of Paris, but it's also home to the remains of over 6 million Parisians. I would also like to say that this footage probably heavily inspired the movie As Above, So Below, which, if you haven't seen this underrated found footage gem of a horror film, I highly recommend doing so. Now, years ago, when the station was still called ABC Family, they aired a special about the Paris catacombs. The special was specifically about this camcorder that was found and apparently taken in the early 90s. And on that footage, you could find the POV of a man going through the Paris catacombs. You can also see the things that he finds along the way, including bones. Now, as the footage continues, you can tell that the man is becoming more and more paranoid, turning from an urban explorer's dream to an outright nightmare. He gets completely paranoid and freaked out to the point where he starts sprinting down the catacombs aimlessly, and then eventually just drops the camera and runs away, leaving this image as the very final shot of the camcorder. Now, of course, the question is what exactly happened, or if this video is even real. To tell you right now, if the footage is real, I would be reacting the same exact way. Because even with the lights on, I can already see myself getting lost in something like this. Especially if I was running 300 feet below the street level of Paris in a catacomb of bones. But if that does actually interest you, you can explore the catacombs with a guided tour, going into the right areas that are allowed to the public, which hopefully one day I get to do because I've always wanted to actually do this. However, unfortunately for the man recording this footage, he was never seen again. And to this day, nobody's come out and outright claimed that they filmed this footage, whether it have been fake or real. What do you guys think? Would you ever explore the Paris catacombs?
J'ai entendu du bruit. On va faire brûler la sauge, les gars, on va faire brûler la sauge. C'est bon. Les gars. Mon cœur il bat à 3000. Écoutez mon cœur. Les gars, vous entendez mon cœur? C'est quoi ça?
slap but can also stroke. Going in the wind as an acting of the truth that it's naked. It's verbatim, and it's shaken. Na 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 na. No more getting elated. No more listless invitations. I live by a hospital, and every day I go out walking past the sickly windows. I see people dying there, but my tender age makes it hard to care.
What's going on? Back to the world, yo.
This evil man was the real-life Mr. Krebs, and it's purely horrifying. In the 1960s in Ohio, the small town of Willow Creek was known for one thing: Jack's Burger Shop. Jack, the owner, was a cheerful man who always greeted customers with a big smile. His burgers were famous and people traveled miles just to eat them. But around the same time, people started disappearing. It was mostly travelers or strangers passing through town, so no one thought much of it. Jack even joked with his customers, "Careful, or you'll end up on the grill." Everyone laughed, thinking it was just a joke. One night, a young man named Phil Your Anus was walking past the diner and saw Jack loading something heavy into his van. It looked like a body wrapped in a bloody sheet. Tommy followed Jack to the woods and watched him bury it. The next day, Phil broke into the diner after hours. In the freezer, he found strange packages labeled special meat. When he opened one, he froze in horror. It wasn't beef, it was human meat. Jack caught him and smiled. "Now you know my secret," he said, holding a butcher knife. Phil escaped and told the town, but no one believed him. Jack cleaned up the diner, and the evidence disappeared. The townsfolk kept eating the burgers, saying, "Jack's burgers are just too good to quit." To this day, people wonder, were Jack's burgers really made from people, or was it just a wild story? Either way, Jack's smile always seemed just a little too wide.
I love zombie movies, so here are 3 zombie films that you need to see if you haven't seen them yet. The Resort was released in 2015. This one used to bounce around on streaming services, but now you do have to rent it. After a zombie apocalypse, a resort offers guests the opportunity to stay on their island and shoot zombies from a safe distance. The Resort is not perfect, but it is not bad, and I find this one really enjoyable. Pontypool was released in 2008. You can currently stream this one on AMC+. It's Valentine's Day in Canada, and Grant Mazzy heads to his radio show host job to start his normal night. He keeps getting told that there's some kind of virus outbreak happening, and he has to tell his viewers how to keep safe while keeping safe himself. Pontypool is a really great movie, and if you haven't seen it, it's a super original take on a zombie film. Last on the list today is from 2019. It's called Little Monsters, and you can currently stream this one on Hulu. Typically, I don't recommend a comedy on my page, but this one is just too good to pass up. A group of kids are on a field trip, and a zombie outbreak happens right then, right there, and a teacher has no choice but to keep her students safe. Little Monsters is great. I actually really like this one as a comedy film. Anyways, if you're new here, my name's Michaela. I love horror films, so make sure you're following me so you don't miss out on another movie recommendation.
If you see a person that has a biologically impossible characteristic, run away and hide.
Look up.
The show.
Look.
The water show.
Up.
Oh no way. What is that? That is so scary. No, what is that? Oh
Did you see that thing?
Who's that?
That's why. I don't know.
Hello?
Who are you? Are you like the owner or something?
Hello?
Don't worry, we were gonna pay. Why are you just standing there like that?
Did you say something?
Michelle, hurry the hell up so we can get the hell out of here, please.
I'm doing it. What?
What the hell?
What is that?
His eyes.
Okay.
His eyes.
Okay, I'm
Michelle,
done.
Michelle,
I'm wrapping it
Michelle,
up. I'm
hurry
wrapping it
hurry
up. I'm wrapping it up.
Like,
It's done.
seriously? Put the money and let's get the hell out of here. Now, hurry,
I
hurry.
got it. It's in here.
What the fuck?
Okay, hopefully they're happy.
Michelle, he's gone.
What the hell?
No, I don't have a good feeling about this.